Hey, welcome back everybody to more MSQ playthrough. We are in Vanguard in Dawntrail. We're finishing up the dungeon. Let's go ahead and continue. We just beat the first boss. Get him, Wiklamat. Let's see if we can... I don't think we can go any further. I think we're blocked off here. Yeah, every now and then again, because the way story lines up, I'll usually get to the hour limit for the recording in the middle of a dungeon. We'll have to break it up into two parts. I think once again we're blocked off. Or maybe we could have. Oh no, I don't think so.
Hold on.
Here's the next boss already. This is such a weird dungeon. Whoa. Protector. This thing is freaking tall and beefy. Oh, it's like a maze. It's cool. motion sensitive bomb has been affixed to you. So I failed that. Oh, I can't be attacking either. Nice. I'm gonna see if we can keep pushing. We can. Oh fuck, don't die. Thank you, Grahatia. I want the chest. Can we keep going? This is a large group of enemies, though. I'm gonna see. The long hallway. Oh, I think yep. Was able to grab more. We're gonna fight them in the hallway. Oh, that's dangerous, Wooklamont. Oh, that's dangerous, Wooklamont. That's a dangerous spot. That's such a dangerous spot to take them all. Oh shit, this is gonna be interesting. I've done this to myself. Final boss. Commander? Ooh, they don't have a helmet on, and it appears to be a person. That such a serious breach should be allowed, but it ends now. Ophidian Outrider. Xander the Snake Skinner. What? We redeem our honor with your lives. What's going on? I don't even know you, bro. He's got a face too. He has to. His health is already so low for what? Oh, that's right. He keep coming back. What the hell? What the fuck does that mean? Okay. Think I'm good here? Oh shit. What the fuck is going on? What the what the fuck? Does he do something different? I don't fucking understand. It's got to be the way he was motioning with his weapon. The only thing that makes sense. It was different. It's like, I don't know. It's definitely different. Did it disappear into Aether? What is happening? So many questions.
What greeted us was not the home that I had left behind. There was no mistaking we had reached Yassulani, and yet it was wholly unlike my memories. The lands of my childhood had changed beyond imagining. To where had I returned? We tread on, the darkened skies above a mirror to my heart, clouded with fear and uncertainty.
How bizarre. This cannot be Yassulani, can it?
Heritage found. I was prepared for something strange, but this... it's like another world. I don't understand. It doesn't make sense. That tower, was it always there? No, definitely not. Nor the wall over there. The material's not something we use in Tural. It's closer to what we saw at the gate to the Golden City. Or those mechanical soldiers. Such a massive structure couldn't possibly have been built in so short a time. And I'm inclined to assume we've been transported to another location. Or perhaps... well, speculation will avail us not. We need to learn more before we can draw conclusions. Let's take a look around then. What the fuck is going on? Oh, there's an axe beak. I need that for a recipe on my main. A lot of axe beaks. Hang on. Aether compass? You know what? We're not going to worry about that right now. That looks like a train station, doesn't it? That must be the Yassulani station where the passengers disembarked. Then perhaps we'll find someone to talk to there. Let's go and investigate. I'm pretty sure this is Yassulani station. From the state of it, I'd swear it was abandoned years ago. I'm not sure what to make of this. We should look around a bit more. Let's grab the aetheryte. There's cryo right there. It is very abandoned. Rusty train turntable. Oh. You find a train turntable. The thick layers of rust suggest it hasn't been used in years. What the hell? Did it advance in time? I don't really need this aether current, but it's here. I'm gonna grab it. Interesting. It seems like time has advanced. The tracks are heavily rusted. It would seem they haven't been tended to for in a long while. Yeah. Dilapidated building. Dilapidated's a silly word. The building is a rotting husk. It has clearly been many years since anyone lived here. What the fuck is going on? What the hell? Finished poking around, have you? Let's gather everyone then. I want you all to take a look at this. It's one of the mechanical soldiers, long since broken apparently. But I'd say its presence confirms this is indeed Zeralja's domain we're in. What about the rest of you? Did you learn anything? So all evidence suggests this is Yassulani Station. Aye. And I've no doubt we're in Yassulani, but I don't understand why these buildings are so run down. They were completed barely a year ago. For new structures to deteriorate and enormous ones to appear in a flash. If I didn't know better, I'd say time flows differently here. Is such a thing even possible? We have encountered this phenomenon before, as it so happens. Though it may be difficult to believe, our world is but one of several. In some respects they are similar to one another, but in others wholly different. We call them reflections. Simply put, the rift between dimensions causes time to flow at a different pace in each world. While hours pass in one, years may have come and gone in another. But if this is Yassulani, then we should still be in the source. The flow of time should be synchronized. I'm not sure I follow all this talk of reflections and dimensions, but if Erenvel says this is Yassulani, then it must be. Your village is a little further along, right? Poor guy. Erenvel! Oh, yes, it's a short distance to the northwest. Let's head there next, then. Rather than talk theory, it's always better to confirm things firsthand. May I? be of assistance? It's still functioning. This one has a different sigil. It doesn't seem to be hostile, at least. Perhaps we can ask it some questions. Can you tell us where we are? Unable to confirm credentials. Please present citizen identification. Unable to confirm credentials. Confirm. Confirm. Seems it's broken after all. Too strange by half. Let's leave it be and get going. Are those lightning rods? Would you accompany me for a moment? There's something I wish to investigate. Look there. The lightning appears to be drawn to those pole-shaped structures over yonder. Design suggests there's some manner of lightning rod. Let's go and take a closer look. This material appears to be the same as that used in the mechanical soldiers and warships. On closer inspection, it appears to be fine etching. Rather than reminiscent of arcane ruins, these, I suspect they're not merely decorative. I would posit it's used to harness lighting as a source of energy. Quite impressive technology. I'll share this observation with Ishtola. For a blessing, the dome doesn't appear to interfere with link pearls. Thanks for accompanying me. Let's head to the village and find the others. What in the world?
My home. It's in ruins. But why? What happened here? And where is everyone?
I had a look in a few of the other houses, but they had clearly been abandoned.
Damn it all. None of this makes sense.
Excuse me? Are you looking for someone?
Who are you?
I apologize for giving you a fright. However, I did have reason to keep to the shadows. Sorolcha has told me a great deal about you.
Sorolcha?
Greetings, and welcome to the realm of Alexandria. I am Sphene, the Queen of Reason.
Queen of Reason?
If you are the Queen of Reason, is there perhaps a...
King of Resolve.
Yes, if you mean to ask if there is a King of Resolve, Zorulja holds that title, and together do we reign.
Then you are both behind the attack on Tulihiola.
And I doubt you're here to offer us a warm reception.
No, you have it all wrong. I am not come to fight. Zorulja rules alongside me, but that is a matter of expedience. In truth, we are at odds, he and I. It is at considerable risk to myself and my people that I come before you to beg your aid.
Our aid? I'll admit I cannot imagine King Zorulja is keen to share and share alike. But if what you say is true, you're still the Queen.
Indeed. But I was once the sole ruler of Alexandria. Until one day, he appeared, bent on conquest. In my weakness, I feared his power. So I persuaded him to forego violence and strike a bargain. I would remain queen, and he would receive technology that would empower him to achieve even loftier ambitions, along with the knowledge to use it. A gamble, to be sure, but if it might spare my people...
If I may, the dome surrounding these lands was erected but recently. How is it he was able to not only invade, but instate a new system of leadership in a mere matter of days?
I've never heard of your realm. And this place is, or at least was, Yasolani. The house I grew up in is still here. But 3 years ago, that tower and these strange contrivances weren't. Nor was our village in ruins. Where did you come from? And what happened to the people who lived here? You must know.
I realize how confusing this all must be. Truth be told, I don't fully understand it myself. What I can say is that one day, people from your Tuliolol suddenly appeared here in Alexandria. Or perhaps it was we who found ourselves in Tuliolol. Until but recently, we were completely unaware of events taking place beyond the barrier surrounding our realm.
Does this not remind you of the Crystal Tower? How, after the 8th Umbral Calamity, we devised a means to transport the Spire across time and space from the source unto the First. Granted, this is on a much larger scale, if that is indeed what has happened. Not only the people and structures, but also the surrounding environment. Regardless, the people of Lakeland perceived the arrival of the Crystal Tower much as the Queen describes her own experience. Sudden and inexplicable.
Well then, you appear to have a better grasp of our circumstances than we do. Indeed, more than I dared hope. In which case, a closer examination of the effects of this phenomenon may afford us more insights. Allow me to take you to the outskirts. A number of the Shatona live there as well. Perhaps your acquaintances are among them.
Hold on. If we accept, there's no guarantee we're not walking into a trap.
But if we're to defeat Zorulja, we need to understand how he grew so strong. Besides... you're right. Queen Sphene, before we go, Your Majesty, I have to ask, did you really have nothing to do with the attack on Tulihyolol?
Noble Wook Lamart, shall we dispense with the formalities? I'll not deny the soldiers and airships that attacked your people are products of Alexandria. But it was Zeralja, not we, who fashioned them into weapons of war and laid siege to Tuliolol.
So he alone is to blame.
No, I may not have prosecuted this war, but I nevertheless bear responsibility for it.
Perhaps. I know next to nothing about you, let alone what you've been through. So by all means, show us around. I think we'll learn a lot from meeting your people.
Wonderful! If you would follow me.
I take it there will be trouble if Zeralja hears of this.
Is that concern or suspicion? If things should take a turn for the worse, might I call upon your aid? I jest, of course, but you do strike me as the most capable here.
I think it goes without saying, but we're not going to trust her just like that, right? Any way you look at it, a mysterious girl who appears out of nowhere, proclaiming herself a queen, is suspicious. Well, having established that we should be wary, we could use more information. So let's head to this place, the outskirts, and see what we can learn. Perhaps about Sphene as well. I trust you have similar farming facilities in Tural. They're completely different from ours. I've got no idea what all those machines do. We settled on this approach after some trial and error. The Turali have their own methods of farming which they wanted to continue employing, but the environment makes it challenging. There's too much rain and not enough light. Thankfully, the use of electrolope has allowed us to fortify the buildings here, as well as provide what nature cannot. What? Electrolope. Electrope. It's a material we use for myriad devices and applications. A topic for another time, perhaps. If you would follow me, we're nearly to the outskirts. I need to do her voice a little bit more high pitch. Oh, crazy. The buildings here are like ancient but also modern.
Here we are. Though you'll doubtless find much of what you see in Alexandria strange, the traditional agriculture practiced in this village at least should be familiar.
FFXIV? What business brings her here, I wonder?
The queen has come!
You look well, Paquine. And Catogne, I see you've already taken to your new position.
When she introduced herself as queen, I was expecting someone colder. Honestly, she reminds me of you, Namachi.
Me?
It's only natural for a ruler to love her people. And I should like to know them as best I can, even the most trifling details.
The more you come to know them, the more you grow to love them. Who they are and what they've built.
That's it. Beautifully put.
And it would appear that she is well loved in turn.
Your Majesty, you honor us with your presence. And who are these fine people?
Tuliolol's vow of resolve Wuk-Lamat and her companions. They come from beyond the barrier, but you needn't worry. They are good people and are to be treated as my honored guests.
The rumors of a link to the outside are true, then. Wuk-Lamat is still so young. Oh, where are my manners? I am Papone, a leader of sorts of the people living out here.
Papone? That is a Tonawautan ring to it.
Right you are. I take it you hail from this region as well? Teshpiani, perhaps?
Yes, I do. I don't suppose you know a woman by the name of Kafkiwa?
Kafkiwa.
Kafkiwa. I'm afraid I'm not sure if I've ever met someone with that name.
Mother isn't here. But it's a relief to know at least some of the people of Yasulani are alive and well.
Your mother, you say? Now that you mention it, I do see the resemblance.
You know my mother?
I do. Yes.
Then tell me, please, where is she?
I cannot say. Not here, but I promise I will in due time.
I have a question, Pepone. Do you recall what happened the day the dome first appeared?
The barrier? Well, I remember fixing a shelf that had collapsed after a terrible earthquake. Then the ground began to tremble. There was a brilliant flash of light, and then... Forgive me, my recollection of it all is rather poor.
You needn't push yourself, Papone. After 30 years, no one could blame you for not remembering.
30 years? As in 30 years in the past?
Absurd though it may sound, there is no doubt in my mind the events that led to the joining of our lands occurred 30 years ago. Which is not to say I understand why our perceptions of the intervening time are so radically different. We only just became aware of the discrepancy when Zoralja's military base was completed, and we were at last able to venture beyond the barrier.
I believed you long dead. To have the chance to kill you myself is an unforeseen blessing.
Okay.
"30 years. Little wonder Zorolja assumed our father had already passed away.
It's not unlike how time passes differently in the First and the Source. The fluctuating space of the rift between them disrupting temporal equivalence. Perhaps the same holds true here, and time flowed faster within the dome.
Meaning this is a piece of another reflection.
I cannot say for certain, but I strongly suspect that to be the case. And based on the Queen's account, this encampment may have come to serve as a physical bridge between the two planes, after which the dome was forced into the Source's temporal flow.
If we're to be certain of anything, we need more information. Sveen, would it be all right if we had a look around and spoke with the townspeople?
By all means.
Time to see what we can see of Alexandria, then.
And its people. I may yet find familiar faces among the survivors from Yasolani.
Even if I don't understand the half of it, I would learn more of this place before we confront Zorolja.
Perhaps you'd care to see how we make our living. Though we have always prided ourselves on the use of traditional Tonawatan farming methods, the use of electro-fuel technologies has led to countless agricultural innovations.
I would join you as well.
Ma'am, please, you needn't trouble yourself.
It's no trouble at all. And I promise not to cause any manner of distraction.
Reassuring words, or they would be had I not heard them countless times before. Very well, but do be careful.
Of course. I shall proceed with the utmost care. Now then, if you two would follow me, we can begin the tour.
I can't say that I trust her yet, but I trust that her affection for these people is genuine, and that's enough for me.
Oh, did I attune to the Aetherite? Electrope has done much to improve the efficiency of their farming, but it hasn't replaced everything. The people wanted to preserve their old way of life, and we did not want to force ours upon them. You went to such lengths so that our cultures could coexist, even going so far as to learn our tongue. I'm sure everyone appreciated that. Communication was thankfully not an issue, for the Turali tongue is surprisingly similar to Alexandrian. Of course, there are words and phrases for which there is no equivalent, but those can be taught with minimal effort. Through mutual respect, understanding, and patience, we Alexandrians and Turali have learned a great deal from one another, and I am sure there is much you wish to learn as well. So please, if you have questions, do not hesitate to ask. Rather than bore you with lengthy explanations, let us head back to the farm we passed earlier. UPA's Halo, it is called. We can speak with one of the farmers when we arrive. I guess we're off to UPA's Halo. Can I jump over this fence? Allow me to introduce to you Mahuza, one of the most experienced farmhands in all of Alexandria. She's well versed in myriad farming techniques. Indeed, the wealth of knowledge she has shared with the other farmers is what has allowed this place to flourish. Queen Sphene, to what do I owe this sudden shower of praise? My apologies for the interruption. I'm come with guests from beyond the barrier. They wish to learn more of Alexandria, and so I invited them to see our crops grown. I do hope that's all right. So the rumors of visitors from the outside were true. What manner of hosts would we be to deny them a look around? And I gather your majesty also intended to check on things here? You know me too well, Mahuza. The thought to seize this opportunity to see how the farmers fare and perhaps pepper them with few questions, though I do so enjoy observing and taking part in the work too. It would appear we have her permission, so please walk the grounds to your heart's content. You go on ahead. I'll keep Sphene company. Don't misunderstand. I'm not the suspicious type, but given our positions, it would make sense for us to go around together, wouldn't you say? A fair point, but be sure not to let me out of your sight. I shall remain under Wicklamont's watchful eye. Pray come find us after you've seen your fill and spoken with the other farmhands. But we'll go ahead and continue the conversation with everybody on these farmlands in the next one. Like and subscribe, and I hope you take care. We'll catch you in the next one.